Today on the Savage Board Gaming channel, traveling through Europe. So I wanted to do a few fun games that I'm not really competing in. So I decided to go back in time and play some Ticket to Ride Europe the other day. This is probably my second favorite one of the ones I played. My favorite one is Great Britain map. But the Europe map is pretty fun also, simply because of the um, setup of how the tickets are passed out. I think is superior to the original game. You know, getting one large ticket at the beginning of the game and then three regular tickets, I think is more balanced than the original Ticket to Ride, where they just pass out randomly assigned ones, so somebody could get a whole bunch of big ones right off the bat. I think this is a little bit more of a fair start for everybody. There's the inclusion of the tunnels, which can be dangerous. So whenever you build here, we flip the top three cards. If any matches the color, like in this case black, I would have to pay that many extra to build it. And there's also the stations, which you can place down at one of these little intersections, and it'll extend your track out one if your opponent has built on it. So say if my opponent had built here, I put a station here, I could deliver to Brussels. So okay, so let's look at what I have here. I have Brest, Petrograd, which is the big one here, so it's a pretty straightforward delivery. And I also have Berlin to Moskva. So those kind of overlap each other. Since I'm starting up here in this corner, I like the Edinburgh to Paris route, right? The Essen one here is like stretching it a little bit at the beginning of the game. I don't want to like take something where it's gonna, I possibly do this one right off the bat, you know, by building a track down here, but I just decided to take these three to start off a little bit safer. So this is a 3-player game, so only one person's going to be able to do these tracks, these double tracks. So a good example of how the original game is kind of unfair with the beginning tickets is that, you know, I did compete in this in 2023 World Series of Board Gaming on the USA track, and somebody got the two big deliveries from the top part of the map, like from like Seattle to New York. They had two of those right off the bat. Yeah, it wasn't too fun of an experience because I had completed like 5 tickets and still lost. Simply because they had those two powerful goals right off the bat. So what I'm looking for is to try to build like here as quickly as I can. Because once I get past this, then I have options, right? I could go up to Petrograd, I can go this way to Petrograd, I can go down here through Moskva and up to Petrograd. Also over here I have a lot of options. You know, I can go from Frankfurt to Amsterdam and then build down, even though I still need to get Paris. I can always wrap it around this way. I could use Brussels route here, or I could just build directly like this, right? Because I want to stay close to Edinburgh. Alright, so I'm going to draw trains. Take black and an orange, because that's like right here, plus, you know, I might need it here or here, right? Or here. So orange and black are pretty good at the beginning of the game for me. When you're playing Ticket to Ride, like the standard flow of the game is everybody will just draw a bunch of train cards, you know, at the beginning, waiting for somebody to break that stalemate of who's going to build first, right? So when somebody builds first, then you can get an idea of are they going to conflict with my track, you know? Do I have to be worried about starting to build sooner? I'm just going to keep drawing trains. So the first part of this video is going to be kind of boring. Just taking the train cars, I think, which will help me out. So like I already have this with 3 red if I wanted to. But I'd prefer like doing it with the 3 blacks. I definitely got to take pinks on my turn if they're there. So we see, just call them Vi, built here between Essen and Copenhagen. So like they could be building like this way. You know, they could be building up along the top or building this way, right? Maybe they had to go here and then build this way. I'm not going to go into the details of all the different tickets that they could have because I'm not too concerned about where their track is. Like if I, you know, it's only one section, so I need a little bit more information before making a decision about how I'm going to block them, right? So we got another black card and red card out there, so try to get those ones if they're there. Okay, now we got 2 black right there. Should take those, right? Alright, so I'm getting close to where I can just build my first 2 sections of track, which like I said are going to be this and this here. Wouldn't mind the white either to build down to Paris directly. This does worry me a little bit here. You know, if they build across here, then I still have options. I can build up to Danzig, right? If that's the case, then I'll use red here instead of black and use the black up here, right? And use the pink for this 4 section. So that's how you always have to think, and I think Ticket to Ride is, what are my options, and am I going to be prepared if somebody cuts me off? Like, I don't want any sections where there's only one way to get there. If that happens, you're probably in a lot of trouble. Right. So, still only the 2 sections were built. Now, I will say, I think these 2 people know each other because I did get the warning that they are coming from the same IP address. So I was a little bit worried they were going to team up on me. You know, you got to worry about that in Ticket to Ride. You know, there have been instances where people have made multiple accounts on here, or they play with somebody they know and they kind of like to team up on you to help one person boost their ELO. So just got to be a little bit careful when taking those matches. That's why it gives you the warning. That, hey, these 2 people are from the same household or same basic IP address. Alright, so I'm getting to the point where I'm needed to build, right? So I build my 3 pink here. Now, I'll know if I'm in trouble if, like, blue builds this. I'm like, okay, well, yeah, they're going to compete with me. If they build down, I'm okay, right? Now, green has built their first section of track way down here, so they're not even near what I want at the moment. But they could be building up along this way, which, you know, there's a lot of routes over here that they could be trying to claim. Okay, so I think I build my black right now also. Yep. So I build my 3 sections here to solidify this, right? I don't want to wait to see what blue's doing. I want to get there. So they build down, so I feel much safer. They're not going to conflict with me as much as they could, right? All right. So now I'm okay to start taking trains again, I think. Because I still have a lot of options. Like, the pink one's very important for me. But I still could go like black and then orange and then up, right? So I take these two orange. No, I take off the top. Should have took those two oranges, obviously, for this here, right? Maybe I was waiting to have everything to just build it all at once, which, you know. If you build in spurts, it's a lot better, because if I build one section and people can determine where I'm going, then that's bad for me. So I've drawn a lot of engines off the top of the deck. So far I got 3. It's pretty good. Just keep drawing cards because I'm still gonna need to build up to here, so I need options. My 3 red will go here. So now, like I said, green is building over here, and then probably down. So that makes me worried that they might be building up the Petrograd. So, oops. Accidentally clicked on thing there. Okay. Still gathering up train tickets. I have my 4 orange now. Let's see what's going on here. I accidentally clicked on advance, which I don't normally do. And it's gonna fight me now a little bit. Okay. We all have plenty of trains right now. We don't have to worry about endgame yet. You do want to try to like build out and then be the one in control of when to trigger endgame if you can. So if you can build your track while they're digging, get less trains in them, then you can control endgame a little bit better. Okay, so blue's building down here. They're kind of conflicting a little bit here, but not really getting in each other's way, I don't think, because, you know, green could build this way, right? No one's really cut each other off yet. See that white card come up? I probably will try to get that if it's there. Yep. I took the blue, so now I have 3 blue and 4 white. I can build those right away and cinch up this little area here for myself. I've also built the pink here, so I can go up to Edinburgh. Because I have enough engines to do it. Got a row reset here. I start building here, right? Yep, build my blue. Next turn I'll build the white. Now we're all pretty equal in trains, but I'm going to be building for like a few turns in a row here, I think. No reason to draw cards. Well, the white came up. I might draw cards, right? Yep, I build it. No sense taking a chance, I guess. So I basically have all my routes pretty much in hand. I just need to make sure I get 2 more orange for this. Blue's like building down to, this is the big route that you can get here. So I'm building up to Edinburgh now. I should have just finished off probably Edinburgh right then. Edinburgh. I keep calling Borough because I live in Pennsylvania. We have Edinburgh, PA, right? Okay, there's that. This is pretty much like a guaranteed now, so because even if somebody would do a weird thing where they try to block me here, I'll just build a station, right? Just waiting to see if I can get the cards I need. So I get one orange, which now I can finish off my final route here. So I decide to draw more tickets. So I take Warsaw to Smolenski. Or Smolenski. Sorry, Smolenski. So I could just do that with an orange here. Or yellow here. Or if I really get desperate, take it around that way. So there's options for that one, definitely. I was playing very aggressively. I wasn't afraid to draw tickets, which I think sometimes you need to do. Like, I never just want to do like my starting tickets. I always want to push it a little bit here. Okay, so what do I have here? So I finish off my big one, right? Get another orange, which is what I need for Moskva. My opponents aren't like, I'm not too concerned with what they're doing, because I think a lot of times in this game, like, yeah, I could worry about what my opponent's doing, but is there any way for me to stop them? Like, I can't stop them by just building a single section here, right? I could. It's not going to completely stop them, right? Because they can build up and around. And I'm not even there, so it doesn't really benefit me to do that. So anytime, like, I hear people saying they like to block people, like, hey, if we build this, we can block them. And try to create, like, almost like a couple people doing it to try to stop somebody. But if I'm doing that, then I'm losing turn that I need to do something, right? You know, me stopping you is also stopping me in a certain sense, right? I'm using resources that I could be using to help myself out to stop you. And if you're positive with what goals you have, you shouldn't even really be that concerned. It's like when I'm failing goals, then I need my opponents to fail goals. But I think I'm just trying to draw another orange instead of using my wild card. It's a little bit foolish, but still, like I said, you have stations in this game, right? That you can use to really connect those last little bits here. Okay, so it's my turn again. I finish off that last ticket. Still 13 trains, so I'm definitely going to draw tickets again. I mean, I have a lot of different cards still. I have a wild card, right? So me having the cards I need, or getting the cards I need, is not that difficult, right? So I go Berlin, Roma. So this was not the greatest route for me, I only have like a few ways of doing it. I could go down with the blue and cross over somehow, or I could just use this little route and take this tunnel. getting the cards I need together. So I have the black. So now they're kind of like going into my territory, but I'm finished here, so I really don't care. And they haven't drawn any tickets really, so I'm not like concerned about endgame scoring here. So I just put my 2 here. Now this is a dangerous move because if they realize I'm going up this way, they could just build this pink here and block me. But I figured, okay, I have 11 trains, so worst comes to worst, I could just do this, which is 7, 8, 9. I prefer not to do that, but that's an outlet which I can use to do this. So green probably needed to get the Petrograd, so they just came here and built a train station. Now, this is the most dangerous part here, because it's obviously I need to connect this, right? So if they can't complete any more of their tickets and they just want to waste 2 trains here, they could. There is a pink here though. Like I wasn't even like hiding what I was doing, which is really a shame. I mean, they do look like they are newer players to Ticket to Ride. I haven't played Ticket to Ride on here very much. I think this is only my 9th game on Board Game Arena for Ticket to Ride Europe. I played a ton of it in the old app and obviously live. I played a lot of Ticket to Ride. So I'm just going to complete this track, obviously. I have 7 trains left. So you would think, hey, you know, that's kind of dangerous to draw tickets. I'm pretty confident in this area, like maybe getting a ticket for this space, right? And I have all my stations here. So I get this one, which is the automatic score. And this one, just need to connect to here and build a station. Now, I will say I was having some issues with building the station on this app. So actually delayed a turn, so I'll build the green because I have the 2 green. That's not the problem here. So I built that. Now I wanted to just build my station here, but it wasn't letting me for some reason. Which started making me panic. So I had to draw cards instead because it wasn't letting me. I had tried refreshing, I had tried a bunch of different things. So I was like, oh, the app's gonna act up and I'm not gonna be able to score my points properly, right? So I just said, let's try it again here. And it let me do it. It's like, I don't know why it wouldn't let me do it the first time, but so I want to trigger endgame. I have 3 yellow here, so I just need a 3 section of track to build. I forget where I built it. I don't draw any more tickets, so I start drawing. Should have drew this red actually. Oh, I think I got the red for this here, I think is where I built it. So just putting out a floating piece of track to end the game is a good decision. Oh, I put it up here, 3 yellow. I don't know why I drew those cards then. Whatever. I have a lead just in my trains. And I have 7 completed routes, because even though it doesn't show this as completed, it is because of the station. Alright, so let's go to next player's turn. See what they do. They draw cards on their last turn because they must not have been able to build anything. Like, they have 18 train cars, right? I think they would have been able to build at least like a 2 section, right? But they're newer, so maybe they don't understand that they should just build just to get points at the end. Blue does that. Builds this section here. Claim the 7 points there, right? Okay. Oh, that's why I did it. So I could use every single train. That's why I drew that turn. Okay, so you'll see like all my routes are being completed here. It's not my high score. Obviously you can score way higher in this game. I did have longest route also, so I got 10 points for that. Get a couple points for my unspent stations. There we go. Scored a 146. I forget what my high score in this game is. It's been so long since I used the app. But, yep, there's Ticket to Ride Europe. It's still pretty fun, even though it's a much older game. Like I said, I did compete in this 2023, but on the USA map. Maybe I'll play the USA map, but like I said, I prefer Europe. Simply because of that balancing thing they've done with the cards, which is, to me, like a good change. Not letting somebody have like 2 20-point routes right off the bat is pretty fair, I think. All right, so until next time, keep on gaming. So if you like this video, please like, share, and subscribe. Leave comments if you have any other suggestions on this game or other games you'd like to see on this channel. There's also a playlist on the left side of the screen that you can click to see other videos I have made. And until next time, keep on playing.